New videos every day.
I work with school teachers, and I teach teachers, and I just thought I would ask this question because I was curious. I asked them, do you think that there is ever a child who cannot be helped? Do you think there are any children who just simply cannot be helped? And I honestly did not expect anyone to raise their hand. But every time I ask a group of teachers that, there's always one or two teachers who raises his or her hand and says, yes, you know, there are some children who they simply can't be helped, or they don't want to be helped, or they can't be helped. And I don't know what to do with that, because I'm like, wow, if you believe that someone cannot be helped, then everything stops. I mean, you don't even try. You're actually harming that child then, because you're not contributing to the motion of that child, helping him achieve his purposes, helping him survive and thrive. If you believe somebody cannot be helped, then you are hurting that. You're stopping that person. Like, it's weird. It's like the whole world comes to a halt if you believe someone can't be helped. I have this brother, and he's a lot older than I am, but way back when he was 5 years old, my whole family moved to the United States. Everybody was from Germany, and we moved to the U.S. And my older brother did not speak any English at all, and he went into kindergarten, and he couldn't communicate very well. And they tried to teach him reading, and of course, that was hard because it was a whole different language, and you know, things were confusing. And he would fight a lot, because if you can't communicate, well, what do? You hit somebody. You know, that's how you communicate. Anyway, the teachers, of course, were, you know, upset about him, and they didn't know what to do. And they had this meeting with my mother, who she herself didn't speak very good English at the time. And they sat my mother down, and the only label they had for kids back in the 60s in this school district, and of course, I think all labels are harmful. None of these labels are helpful. But they were trying to be helpful, and so they labeled my brother as mentally retarded. And that's what they told my mother he was. They said, he's mentally retarded, but don't worry, he can always work for the goodwill. And my mother knew enough English to think, well, that's ridiculous. He's not mentally retarded. He's extremely bright. He just doesn't speak English very well, and he's, you know, having a little difficulty learning reading. So she went home, and in the newspaper they had phonics cartoons, and she cut them out every single day. And my mother worked with my brother every single day on phonics. And my mother, who never went to college, helped my brother learn how to read. My brother, who is supposedly mentally retarded. And he learned how to read. But he did not enjoy school, and he didn't have a lot of success in school. But when he hit junior high, there was one teacher who discovered that my brother actually is a genius. He was wiring up the whole house with microphones, and he bugged all of the rooms, and he had this panel that you had to punch in like this 8-digit code in order to get into his room. He was like 12 years old when he was doing this stuff. Amazing computer, electronic kinds of things, right? But flunking his way through school. Anyway, a junior high school teacher discovered that my brother was extremely artistic, and he could draw these amazing mechanical drawings and architectural drawings. And the teacher asked my brother to be his teaching assistant. And my brother's kind of like, what? Me? A teaching assistant? I'm not even a good student, right? But the teacher insisted, and he made my brother the teaching assistant. And my brother, from that point on, decided that's what he's going to study. He's going to study the same thing that this teacher taught. And this was the first teacher who ever believed in my brother and helped my brother and contributed to his survival. And from that point on, my brother was going to study that. And my brother had a purpose, and he did finally finish high school. He flunked German, by the way, which was his original language, which I thought was funny. But he gets through high school goes to community college, eventually gets in college, and he completed a degree in some kind of a engineering sort of program. And he ended up doing computers, hardware, software. He's an amazingly brilliant young man, and I think the only reason he survived school was because one teacher helped him and believed in him and knew that he could do something. I believe that anyone can be helped. I mean, anyone, anything, under any circumstances can be improved, even if just a little bit. Everything can be helped. Everyone can be helped. Someone can help them. Anything can be helped. So think about this. If you were to look around your room, you would find that every single thing in the room helps in some way. Like your chair, it helps you because it gives you something to sit on, supports your back. Or the carpet, it makes the room look more pleasant. Or the light, it allows you to read when it's dark out. Everything helps. The YouTube helps. You get ideas from people and you can share. And, when I try that exercise, when I look around the room and I look and I try to find something that doesn't really help, I can't find anything that doesn't really help, because even a speck of dust helps someone somehow, because, well, it helps the vacuum cleaner salesman or the Swiffer salesman or saleswoman, because it gives them a job. It gives them something to do. So I challenge you to look around your room or your whole life and find something, anything, that doesn't help somebody in some way.
For more great videos like this one, check out the Psychetruth channel on YouTube.